Hello, everybody. I'm doing this presentation early. I know we only have a few days left of our class. So let's look at Module 6, Project Management Communication Styles. First, we'll start by looking at the overview and activities. We have two objectives, two chapters to read, chapters 6 and 16, and then two assignments, the PowerPoint and responding to the live classroom. Your handout for a summary of chapter 6. And then your chapter 6 objectives. I'll give you a minute to glance at those. Next, we have the summary for chapter 16. This one's a little bit longer, but you'll find a copy of these in the course announcement. And finally, the chapter 16 objectives. We have two module objectives. Compare and contrast the various communication strategies in project management. And number 2, evaluate the effectiveness of communication strategies on functional teams. Some of this information will be review, and some of it will be new to you. Let's go to module objective 1. In this presentation, we explore how different communication strategies impact project outcomes. Choosing the right method ensures teams stay informed, aligned, and on track. Verbal communication. Verbal communication is highly effective for important topics or urgent updates. It allows for direct interaction and clarification in real time. Written communication is essential for documentation and audit trails. If it's not written down, it never happened. It's best used when precision is necessary or information needs to be preserved. Digital communication. Tools like Slack or MS Teams support ongoing communication and transparency across distributed teams. Integration with project platforms improves task visibility. I'm not sure if you know what Slack is, so I'm going to share a brief statement. Slack is a collaboration and messaging platform. It's designed for teams. Did you know 80% of the Fortune 100 use Slack to connect to work with partners and customers? So, if you're not sure what Slack is, I encourage you to go explore. Visual communication. Visual aids help convey trends, performance, and comparisons efficiently, especially for stakeholders who need quick insights. Comparison of strategy. Each method has pros and cons. Project managers often use a mix based on the context, urgency, and stakeholders involved. Conclusion. Adapting your communication approach to fit the team and project stages ensures that messages are received, understood, and acted upon efficiently. Let's turn our attention to objective 2. Evaluate the effectiveness of communication strategies on functional teams. This presentation evaluates how different communication strategies affect performance, cohesion, and effectiveness within functional teams. So, what are the characteristics of functional teams? Functional teams are structured by role or specialty, and they rely on consistent, effective communication to manage internal workflows and deliverables. Key communication strategies. Functional teams commonly use structured meetings and digital tools for updates. Email is used for documentation, while dashboards provide visibility. At your job, what do you use to communicate? Evaluation criteria. When evaluating communication strategies, it's essential to assess how clearly information is shared, how quickly issues are resolved, and how engaged the team is. Status meetings. Meetings provide a rhythm for updates, but can become repetitive if not well facilitated. They're best used for progress checks and planning. Digital tools. Digital tools offer immediacy and flexibility, but must be managed to avoid interruptions and scattered information. Written communication is useful for documentation and formal updates, but tone and clarity can sometimes be lost. Have you ever sent an email and what you typed you thought was clear? But when it gets on the other end, they may feel insulted by your comments. They may not understand what you're trying to say. What do you do when that happens? Effective communication improves alignment and reduces confusion. However, overuse or poor execution of strategies can hamper performance. So if they misread your email, I encourage you to pick up the phone and or go see them. Right? Pick up the phone, talk to them on the phone, or go see them. Recommendations. A blended approach, use more than one method, ensures flexibility and effectiveness. So, for example, you talked with somebody on the phone or you met with them in person. I encourage you to always follow up that meeting with written communication. Ongoing evaluation and feedback from team members help optimize communication efforts. To maintain productivity and cohesion, functional teams must continuously assess how well communication methods are serving their goals. If it doesn't work, fix it. But if it works, why fix it? Your closeout presentation. We have a PowerPoint to complete. Please note, would you please send me a copy of the notes in the section of your PowerPoint? If you don't do that, I may not be able to see your notes. I cannot export them using PowerPoint, but I learned one new trick, and I'll share that with you in a minute. For now, this is your closeout presentation. Note the key areas to focus on. And finally, your grading rubric. I encourage you to focus on the mastery, advanced, exceeds, achievement column. We want everybody to earn an A on their PowerPoint. 2 people have already submitted their Module 6 assignment, and they've done quite well. I'm sure you will also be successful. Now, remember that little trick? Some people intentionally save their PowerPoint as a PDF file and submit it. Did you know when you do that, the viewer cannot read your PowerPoint notes? However, if you want to save your PowerPoint as a PDF, I have a tip for you. Using Word and Windows, see where it says Publish What Notes page? Follow these steps. And if you do that, when you save your work as a PDF file and submit it, I'll see both your PowerPoint as well as your notes. If you have a Mac, here are the 2 steps you would follow. Please note the note. This method includes 1 slide per page, with the corresponding speaker notes below. If you want multiple slides per page with notes, PowerPoint does not support that directly. You need third-party tools or advanced formatting. So you got your choice. Submit your work as a PowerPoint, submit it as a PDF, including the notes, or submit the PowerPoint with a Word document. I don't have Acrobat where I can convert your PowerPoint PDF file to a Word document. There's some examples out there where you can try it for free online, but our class is very plentiful, so it would be hard for me to convert all PDF files to Word. So please help me and submit both your PowerPoint as well as your notes in a Word document. Final review. We're going to read chapters 6 and 16. We had 2 module objectives in this one. We discussed your assignment, which should be pretty interesting. I asked you to please make sure I could see your notes, because I cannot export them from PowerPoint. I could see your notes if you submitted them on a Word document, or if you save it as a PDF with notes. This about wraps us up. I knew this would be a short session. Probably much of this is just FYI or review. So one more thing before we go. Thank you very much for a great class. I hope you enjoy your summer. So get your work done and then lean back and enjoy life for a while. Thank you for watching.